Are you tired of all the conflicting advice about what to eat? I know I am. Well, today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're going to build your healthiest plate, step by step, using a super simple but really powerful science-backed guide.
I mean, if you've ever felt completely lost in the sea of diet advice, keto, paleo, low-fat, you name it, you are definitely not alone. But what if there was a simple, visual way to get it right, starting with your very next meal? Well, there is, so let's get into it.
Okay, we're starting with the absolute foundation, your plate. For just a minute, I want you to forget about all the complicated rules, forget about counting every single calorie. We're going back to basics with a tool that makes building a healthy meal feel, well, totally intuitive.
And here it is. This is the Healthy Eating Plate. It was created by nutrition experts at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. Now, this isn't some fad diet that's going to be gone tomorrow. Nope. This is a guide based on the best, most current science out there, and it's designed to make healthy choices super clear and simple. This right here, this is going to be our blueprint.
You know, the real beauty of this whole model is just how simple it is. Seriously, just look at your plate. Is half of it, 50%, filled with all kinds of colorful vegetables and fruits? Is 1/4 filled with whole grains? And is that last quarter filled with a good source of healthy protein? If you could just follow this basic 50-25-25 rule, you are already so far ahead of the game.
So, the big takeaway here is quality. It's not just about hitting your macros, It's about choosing better carbs, think whole grains instead of the refined white stuff. It's about using healthy oils, staying hydrated with water, and staying active. So now, let's break down one of those really key sections of the plate.
All right, let's zoom in on that protein quarter of the plate. Protein is just absolutely critical, especially for active women because it is literally the primary building block for our muscles.
Now here's where the science gets really, really interesting. For active women, women who are regularly exercising, breaking down and rebuilding muscle, the research suggests aiming for 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight every single day. And as you're about to see, that number is way higher than the standard recommendation.
And this slide really just puts it all in perspective. This table shows the General Recommended Dietary Allowance, the RDA, from the USDA. It suggests just 46 grams for a woman between 19 and 30. But for an active woman, the optimal amount can be more than double that. It's a perfect example of why you have to personalize your plate based on your activity level. It is so crucial.
Okay, so beyond the big three, protein, carbs, and fats, we've got the micronutrients. And these little guys can make a huge difference in how you feel. So we're going to focus on two absolute superstars, calcium for strong bones and magnesium for better sleep.
Now, what's really important to know here is that for women, our calcium and vitamin D needs actually go up as we age. Women over 50 need about 20% more calcium and a pretty significant boost in vitamin D to help protect their bone density.
And now, let's talk about magnesium. Its impact on sleep is so powerful that it's being studied really closely. A 2024 study just said it perfectly: magnesium supplementation notably enhanced sleep quality and reduced stress levels. Doesn't get much clearer than that.
And if you're a numbers person, check this out. This is the proof right from that study. The group taking magnesium, they reported a 32% increase in sleep quality after just 8 weeks. That is double the improvement that the placebo group saw. It's just a perfect example of how one small change can give you a really big, measurable result.
So, we've built the plate, we've added in some key minerals, but how does this all connect to how we actually feel day to day? Well, let's talk hormones, because what you eat directly, and I mean directly, influences your body's delicate hormonal balance.
So, what should you be adding to your plate for better hormonal health? Think about things like flax seeds, which can help balance estrogen, leafy greens for that crucial magnesium we just talked about, salmon for omega-3s, and avocados for the healthy fats your body absolutely needs to build hormones. These are true hormone-balancing powerhouses.
And just as important is what you might want to limit. Highly processed foods, way too much sugar, alcohol, and even too much caffeine. They can all throw your system totally out of whack by causing inflammation, insulin spikes, and jacking up your stress hormones.
Finally, let's touch on a really popular trend right now: intermittent fasting. And while it definitely has benefits for some people, there's a crucial science-backed reason why women in particular should probably approach it with a little bit of caution.
This quote from a registered dietitian at the Cleveland Clinic gets straight to the point. For women, fasting can cause the two key female sex hormones, estrogen and progesterone, to, and I quote, take a nosedive. Wow, that's a pretty stark warning.
And here's why that matters so much. That hormonal dip isn't just an isolated thing, it can actually disrupt ovulation and your entire menstrual cycle. And since that cycle influences pretty much everything, from our energy and mood to even our bone health, the effects can ripple across your entire body.
So we come all the way back to the beginning. The goal here is to build a plate that truly nourishes and balances your body. After seeing this simple framework, from the 50-25-25 rule all the way to the specific foods that support your hormones, the question to ask yourself is your plate truly working for you?